So the Leafs are back at it. Preseason highlights. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Ottawa Senators, 4th of October, 2021. And I'm going to be honest with you. At times in this game, I was falling asleep. Now, I watched this game quite early. Maybe that's going to be my excuse. But it took ages for this game to get going. Obviously, Toronto, being Toronto this preseason, they messed up right away, took a penalty. And they're on the penalty kill literally a minute into the game again. But Ottawa get no shots on net. Actually, I think the Leafs had 2 shots 6.5 minutes in. I think they get their third literally at the 6.5 minute mark with a nice little face-off win, of course, because it's Jason Spezza. But really at the beginning, it was just outside shots, like not dangerous stuff at all, until about the 10-minute mark. And it's a great little breakout pass. Rasmus Sandin reads it great, comes into the middle, but hits Murray right in the crest. Lots of shots today at the crest, or it was like Toronto actually getting body position in front of the net, which was really nice, and then just feeding it hard, literally from the goal line across, getting some tips. Semyonov almost scored. It almost trickled through Murray. I know Robertson had a few this game as well. A couple others. It was a play that they went for. Maybe it was in. I guess that was in the scouting report on Murray. Maybe he just wasn't very good at reading those and his angles. So that's what they tried to do. They got a few chances from it, even with the puck just popping out from the point. Also, Dermott was supposed to play this game. He didn't. Hoffenmeyer played instead. He got a good chance not too long into the first period. Ottawa really didn't pick up anything until about like the 5-minute mark. They still only had 1 shot 4 minutes into the game. But they had a little spree at around the 4-minute mark, and it was about a minute time where they got their second, third, and fourth shots. Following that, Jason Spezza had a great chance. Murray just got his glove on it, and then I believe it just kissed the crossbar, came back out. Nick Robertson was playing on his line, and he got the rebound, but Murray was solid. Same at the other end. Jack Campbell was solid. Now, this isn't going to be a full Leafs team either, because it's a split squads, because they play Montreal, well, I guess today. But Campbell played well. End of the first, Mete had a good chance. Hall did really well defensively, in my opinion. He went down on one knee, took away 2 passing options, and Mete, being the great shooter that he is, was putting it wide. I think Campbell still even got a piece, but it was going wide either way. So it was 0-0 after the first. Shots were 11-7. I'm actually surprised it was that high. It could have been 3-1. That's how the game felt. Leafs got the power play about a minute and a half into the second. They generated some chances. Robertson had a chance, and then great puck movement. I think it was Biega, Hosang to Biega, back to Hosang to Engvall, and Engvall shoots low glove side. He didn't even realize he scored, probably because he's not used to shooting. But he finally let it go. Good goal there. Kerfoot was out on the ice as well. And Robertson, of course, because that was the number 1 unit today. It was nice to see Engvall get one. If anything, maybe it just raises his trade value. He could be a Leaf, but I don't know where he fits. Ottawa then, literally right after he scores, they go the other way. Batherson does what Sandin did earlier in the game, coming down from the left side, cutting into the middle. That hits Campbell right in the middle of the chest. Zub then gets a chance. He gets stopped as well. Pinto then set up Stützle. Stützle got robbed. Stützle got robbed a few times this game by Campbell. One was a really nice move, but again, hit Campbell in the chest. That's a common theme here. Picking corners was not a thing for either Toronto or Ottawa this game. But yeah, I guess it's one of those games where like nothing impressed me other than Campbell and Murray. I think played really well. Nothing really impressed me. Nothing really stood out. It was just there. You could tell this was a preseason game, unless you name someone like Connor Brown, who. Oh, wouldn't he be lovely as a Maple Leaf still? Oh, just imagine having Connor Brown on your third line. I absolutely adore him as a player, and Ottawa's very lucky. He's brilliant. He just works hard. His goal would literally reminded me. Do you guys remember that tip against, was it the Pens, to take the 1-goal lead before McElhinney's ridiculous save on Crosby for them to get into the playoffs to play Washington? You guys remember that? That's what this tip reminded me of. Connor Brown going to the net, get the position on the defender, pushing off, go out into the slot, a nice high tip. It was a beautiful tip. It was a nice shot from the point. I think it was Holden. Was it Nick Holden who shot that? Nick Paul to Holden, and then Brown with the tip. But it just reminded me of my love for Connor Brown and what he did, helping the Leafs get in the playoffs. Austin Matthews' first year, and them shocking Washington. Yes, they lost, but Washington was on their toes a bit. Ottawa then kind of took it to the Leafs, to be honest with you. When I mean take it to, like, it wasn't anything too crazy, because one, Jack Campbell was in the zone throughout the game. But they did generate some more chances. This game, I would have liked to see a little bit more from everyone. Hosang, Robertson, Bunting, Kampf, but Kasha. But I'm not going to be too picky, because you could tell it was split squad. It was preseason. One person, though, if you watch this highlight, I think it's coming up now, or just did, Jack Campbell just coming across the little passing play that Ottawa did, similar to the Engvall goal, but he stopped Stützle. Then at the 14-minute mark, Toronto had a nice little breakout just outside the blue line. They get it brought back in. They feed Robertson down the wing, and he does the little where you put the puck through the guy's stick and shoot. It just went wide. That's kind of stuff where Nick Robertson needs to do, and I think he'll get more opportunity to try out those things in the AHL. Then with a minute and a half left, when it was surefire this game was going into overtime or a shootout, Toronto scores in minute 25, and it's Amadio scoring. Semyonov there was a pinching D. He saw the Leaf over his shoulder, fed it to Brooks. Brooks takes Stützle wide. Stützle's tired. He tries to push Brooks off. Doesn't have the strength to do it. Brooks he had the line on him. He had one or two strides on him. Feeds it across. I think it was Batherson coming back. Doesn't communicate enough to Shabbat. Shabbat lets Amadio go. And Amadio's just there just to tap it in on the backhand. I don't think Shabbat thought he was going to have it. And then to finish off the game, Sens dump it in. Jack Campbell rings it around the boards, and it goes around, going to the net. Engvall pots it in just to be safe. And Toronto Maple Leafs win 3-1 against the Ottawa Senators in a historic preseason game. Overall, though, Jack Campbell, what a game. So impressive. Can't wait for the next one. Split squad game. Leafs versus Habs next. Let me know your thoughts on the team, on the game. Did anyone stand out? All the best, everyone. Don't forget, go Leafs, go.